after Russia or Iskander ballisticals at the capital. Explosion that it reported. Meanwhile, regions, the 4 kilometers deep, taking control.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is set to meet President Donald Trump this Sunday in Florida, at Mar-a-Lago, at a moment when the war in Ukraine may be approaching one of its most dangerous turning points yet.
What Moscow calls
long ago, Putin's been playing President Trump since January. Do you see that being
conceded on too, which Zelensky has long sought, are clear guarantees, security guarantees from the United States, ratified by the Senate, had insisted, and still have not changed its position. Ukraine gives to them.
The meeting comes as Russia's invasion nears its 4th year and is quiet. High-stakes efforts intensify to push the conflict towards some kind of endgame.
Ukrainian President Zelensky and President Trump will meet at Mar-a-Lago Sunday on Palm Beach.
The timing is no coincidence. The pressure is immense. Sources familiar with the discussions say the administration is pressing to position the United States as a key broker in potential peace talks. But behind the diplomacy lies a grim reality. Any path forward appears tied to painful and politically explosive choices. Ukrainian officials say President Zelensky is now signaling a willingness to consider pulling troops from parts of the eastern Donbass region, territory Ukraine still controls, potentially transforming it into a demilitarized zone.
President Zelensky of Ukraine, and we give him great credit. This was supposed to be over very quickly, and tremendous credit to your generals and your soldiers and yourself.
If carried out, it would mark the most significant shift Kyiv has made since the war began. Zelensky says a 20-point peace framework is nearly complete.
I really count on it, and of course we count that America will not stop support. Really, for us it's very important to...
It reportedly includes security guarantees for Ukraine, economic rebuilding, and unresolved territorial questions.
And of course the infrastructure or security guarantees, because for today I understand what Europe is ready to do.
Those issues are expected to dominate Sunday's meeting with President Trump, but even as talks advance, the violence does not pause. Russian aerial attacks in eastern Ukraine today killed at least 3 people and injured several others.
Comes as the administration pushes to broker a deal that would end Russia's war on Ukraine.
Cross the finish line.
Ukraine says it responded by striking a Russian oil refinery, another reminder of how thin the line is between negotiation and escalation. Moscow now claims a solution is really close, but the Kremlin makes clear it does not support Ukraine's plan. Instead, Russia is pushing a separate framework, one Ukrainian officials describe as radically different and heavily shaped by Russian demands, and once again, Mar-a-Lago becomes the setting.
Ukrainian forces are moving back in western Donbass. The Russian forces have to move back at least a comparable amount, and keep that as a demilitarized territory. So that's a...
Throughout his presidency, President Trump has hosted foreign leaders there during moments of global tension, turning a private estate into a stage for high-stakes diplomacy. This meeting could amount to nothing, or it could quietly determine whether this war moves toward compromise or slips into a far more dangerous phase. We will be watching closely.